and he did a video on the Grumman LLV because apparently they're also the same company who makes the A10 Warthog.
Oh, Grumman.
Yeah.
They were at the time made by Grumman, which doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, same company.
That's the thing. Like the Mercedes are also like a stopgap. Like they bought a bunch of them, and I mean, have you guys? It's kind of poked up in the periphery of the news cycles over the last few years. The next gen mail delivery vehicle contract that they're designing.
Oh my god. Please tell me that it's like the Futurama FedEx truck that just like spins up to Planet Express and spits out the coffin and goes and then speeds off.
I mean,
I'm waiting for reverse dump trucks, basically.
These things are absurd. I'm just posting the image of them now.
In Cox? Oh yeah, I see.
Oh my god, it's the Pope Mobile. It is the Pope Mobile.
Pictures for like context.
That is that is awful.
It does kind of look like the Pope Mobile. No, that's great. Look at that windshield, man. You have the best visibility of any vehicle. Right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Where are the fucking windshield wipers, bro? Where are the windshield wipers on this thing?
They're eyebrows. They're like big old eyebrows.
Oh my god, that's great.
Coming down from the top. Yeah, but you want to know what's funny about these? You'll never guess the company that's making them.
Chevy?
Oh god.
No. Oshkosh.
No shit. They made the overalls for kids. Why the fuck not?
No, when I first heard about this many years ago, I actually looked into it. The Oshkosh Corporation is entirely separate from Oshkosh Bagosh, the clothing company. It's just an interesting coincidence.
Oh, okay.
But this is called we had the LLV. This is the NGDV, the Next Generation Delivery Vehicle. There was a contract awarded to them in 2021, valued at about $6 billion. They're going to make 160,000 vehicles, and they should begin to receive. The Postal Service should begin to receive vehicles in this year, according to Wikipedia. Oshkosh, they make fucking like military transport vehicles. They make like MRAPs and like that kind of shit. This is a government contractor company.
Let's see here. Oshkosh vehicles.
Damn it, Zero, you and I have the same idea.
Oshkosh Defense the website is offline.
Oh,
fuck.
Oh, this is so disappointing.
Let's see here.
I mean, like they don't make tanks, but they basically make all the other vehicles that you see.
And most of them are electric. It looks like they're actually getting into the electric vehicle market pretty big with their. They've got fucking trash trucks that are electric.
They make the Army's like main standard 10-ton tactical trucks.
Dude,
like
they make fire trucks.
They make so like they are a government contractor vehicle producer. They do not make cars. They make fucking machines of transportation and cargo for war zones. And now they're making postal vehicles.
Well, why wouldn't they? I mean, basically, sometimes when you deliver the mail, you're going to places that are not too friendly. And that's why you need a bulletproof mail truck.
The reason I bring all this up is to go back to what we say about the LV. That was made by Grumman, which, Grumman and Northrop Grumman and that family of companies are most famous for making fucking fighter jets.
Yep.
Like, they make fighter jets, and they also got a government contract to make the LLVs, which was a vehicle literally designed to not break down. and when it did break down, it needed to be easy to repair. That
Yep.
was the criteria that they were given, and they made these vehicles that The crazy thing about the LLVs, I'm going to look it up to be sure of the exact dates. They were only built from 86 to 94. The last LLV was built in 1994.
Damn. So these things have been running on the road for
30
years. 30 years now. And shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that used to be pretty fucking standard if you're building something good with the planned obsolescence trash. That's just a quality vehicle right there.
I will say this.
It's like a 1980s Toyota. Zero. It's a 1980s Toyota.
Yeah, oh my God, yes.
LLVs take a beating that no, personal vehicle.
Before you go out and you say that, I should show you the vehicle, or show you the video rather, of the guy. The video just starts out. It's a close up of it's a Toyota engine, and it looks like it's seen better days, and the guy's just sort of fiddling with it, and he gets it on, and it turns over, and then it starts up, and he's like, all right, and then he zooms out. It belongs to I think a 1982 Toyota pickup truck that has a fucking tree growing through the cab. The thing's been outside long enough for a tree to grow through it. It's got tires buried up to the rims, and it's obviously been outside. So yeah, no. That's why whenever somebody brings up longevity of vehicles, the go-to for a lot of people is usually 1980s Toyota vehicles, because they were goddamn amazing. That's why Toyota stopped making them, because they didn't die.
Did I tell you guys the story about I think it was an 82 Subaru station wagon? It was before they started naming the station wagons.
It was before the Foresters.
Yeah, so this was an 82 station wagon, and it was my buddy's mom's, and she took it to trade it in to get a new vehicle, and they literally looked at her, laughed, and said, "We'll give you $10 for it." And it had like over 300,000 miles on it. She looked at us and she said, well, since nobody's gonna give me anything for it, looked at me and my friend and said, if you guys can kill it, I'll give you $250. We took it over to my family's land and ended up putting bullets into the engine because we could not kill this thing.
I would have fixed it. I would have taken that thing apart and tried to put it back together. Wait, how old were you?
About 16.
Yeah, you had plenty of spare time when you were 16.
I had a 1978 Mustang II. I had the car that I wanted at the time.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. But no, we ended up taking this thing out to my family's land and left it there. And then my dad, because the creek was starting to get too low, took all of the parts and electrical stuff out of it, took that to the junkyard, took the body and sank it in the middle of the creek so that it would raise the water level.
Oh, you called it a creek, not a crick.
Yeah, I know. Sorry to disappoint.
Wait, before we get started here, Zero, there was something something came up in conversation I was curious about. Hey, there you are. Welcome, Masami. All right.
Welcome.
Where does for terminology, you got, for just basic white trash, you've got hick, hayseed, redneck, all the rest of those. What applies to you in West Virginia? What term describes your kin?
I would say redneck.
Redneck? Okay.
I would say redneck. It's not, we aren't full on white trash. We have actual houses. We don't live in mobile homes.
Oh man, you don't know what you're missing.
But you built them yourself, and therefore they are questionably built at best.
No, there how much sheet metal is used in their construction? Be honest.
Okay, So let me be clear. My father, on our family's land, we've got 38 acres of undeveloped land. And I swear this is the name of the county, Craig County, Virginia. 38 acres of land, and he took his old camper out there, and that we use that to camp in and hunt out of and eat. But there are no facilities. There is a outhouse that we use. That every year we just put new blue water on top of it, or into the actual bowl portion. So there's like we dump a box of Red X and put new blue water on top, and it is a custom built. You know, it's got a battery operated light, and it's got a wire that holds the toilet paper. You know. So yes, redneck. Redneck is the term.
That was a really, really long, thorough fence. There's Zero.
Well,
that's the weirdest description of glamping that I've ever heard, but, you know. Good.
Oh, buddy, it ain't glamping. I'll tell you what. When you walk outside and there's a bear shitting 300 feet from you, it ain't glamping, my friend.
All right.
Glamping is when your room service cuts off at midnight.
You just described a bathroom that isn't literally a hole in the ground that I dug 5 minutes earlier, so it's glamping. Y'all and your fancy outdoor toilets. Silas is here. He says that's not the bear shitting, it's me.
Wait, Silas is a bear?
Of course, yeah, he is. Yeah.
Heyo.
That's how we met.
No, heyo.
Oh, that's a great fucking story. Anyway, yeah, let's see. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Church of Chonkwij Podcast. My name is DrNiggle. I'm joined tonight by OmegaConstruct, Podlord Masami, Zero Burn. Zero Burn.
Hold opens are getting amazing here.
Yeah, right. All right, I can get rid of the fucking Oshkosh page. That was really fun to look at.
I will say this: I do like the fact that the new mail truck has telematics compatibility. So it's also got a 360 camera and a backup camera.
So it can detect telephones?
I don't know.
I'm making the
just
fry
telematics
face right
compatibility, right?
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So, allow me to get my shit together here because I was fucking around with this, that, and the other. Okay, so, hugely important news that came out this week. Something that is it's boggling my mind, and it's just hugely important. The world will never be the same. Does Razer's new keyboard feature give gamers an unfair advantage?
You have to continue to speak like that for the remainder of this episode.
Instant switching between opposite directional inputs at the hardware level? But I'd say, yeah.
Read this article.
Yeah, you want to go over it? Go for it.
I read this article, and I felt dumber for reading it. Because apparently these people have never played games with a keyboard before. I mean, it's like, I took my finger off the keyboard, off of the S button, and I stopped moving backwards. And I started pressing the W, and I moved forwards. Holy shit!
So, just briefly, what this feature is now it's called null bind on Razer keyboards. When you are playing, for example, CSGO, which is that's got to be still a thing, right? Nobody plays CS2. That's just dumb. So when you're moving around and you're using WASD, normally in a first-person situation, if you press D, you go right. If you press A, you go left. If you press and hold D, and then you press and hold A, then you stop moving. You were going right, but then you hit A, and you're holding both keys now, so you stop. Nullbind makes it so that when you press, even if you're holding and pressing D, when you press A, it will stop paying attention to D altogether, and it will just instantly make you move to the right, or to the left, rather. Sorry, you're pressing A, you're going to the left. So that's what this feature is. It monitors certain situations like that where, same thing, pressing W to go forward, pressing S to go backwards. If you're pressing and holding W, and then for some reason, because you're a sadist, you decide to, move a finger down there and also hit S, it'll stop paying attention to W and immediately start paying attention to S. You'll start moving backwards. Apparently, somebody got it into their head that this gives PC players an unfair advantage because there's a small, as in nanosecond, window of lag while your brain is processing the signal to your fingers to stop pressing D and start pressing A. The time that it takes for the key to release versus the time that it takes for you to press A, and all the time that it takes for your neurosignals to shoot through your arm and back to your brain so that you can all do this. For some reason, if you eliminate those 4 nanoseconds, then it's going to break the professional gaming world, which is going to be a real blow to the professional gaming world if anybody starts giving a shit about it again. So there you go. It's a cool feature. I like it. I don't really have a problem with any of this. This is neat. It's a Razer product. I'll never, ever buy it. But hey,
Right.
Neat idea. Silas, do you play CSGO?
I think it is interesting to see that, there's we so often focus on innovations in the next generation of GPUs, or like, oh, there's this cool new computer hardware or software coming out, but hey, there's still work being done in the peripheral world. Like,
Yeah, that's nice.
this. However silly as it might be that people are acting like it might be a problem or it's unfair, I mean, it's cool to see innovation happen.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Burst through wall.
Wait a minute. God damn it. So I closed and I reopened OBS earlier because it froze for some reason, but there was an update, so I was just like, oh, okay. Update. That's the reason why. But it means that I need to refocus all the windows. Otherwise, we can't see that Omega is playing Last Train Home.
Yeah, I'm actually prepping right now for my final mission.
Oh my goodness. Wait, you're all the way at the ass end of... You're at the other end?
Made it to Vladivostok. I can show you the journey so far.
All the way... Oh, did you go through Omsk?
Yeah, Omsk.
Yes! Nice!
That was an early, kind of big point that you make it to.
Does this let me switch to... I can't see Smolensk. I don't know if you went through... Yeah, no, I don't think you went through Smolensk.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's fine. That's cool. So yeah, that's a hell of a route.
So that's where we are now.
You go to Vladivostok, you complete the final mission, then you can start your boat journey all the way back to Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, I just created my squad. I just put people back to work in the artillery car so I can launch those if I need to. I need to put some doctors back on. I don't need to because there's no real reason for it, but yeah, some people. Yeah, no one
Nice.
really needs a doctor. But hey.
Is that a dining car?
Which one?
The car you were just in, I saw like white linen tablecloths. Or was that the
No,
surgical bay?
this is the hospital car.
Gotcha. All right, that's why it's so clean. That explains it.
And we have our infantry cars.
Basic shitholes.
Good old kitchen.
Delicious.
We also have a workshop where nobody's currently working. Yeah, we have the artillery car.
What's sorry, we moved on from the dining car too fast. I was gonna ask what's dinner tonight. Is it rat flambe or rat stew or rat a la carte?
No, we actually haven't had any rat problems lately.
That's unfortunate. So what,
Yeah,
vegetables?
no,
Rat burgers.
no, a lot of hunting. We've caught a lot of hares and a few deer here and there. And we've also found food in a few settlements along the way. But yeah, we're doing pretty good on food. We have a lot of food.
Somebody say rat burgers because I get that reference.
Yeah, Silas. Silas in chat.
Yep. Demolition Man.
That was a good one.
There certainly was at various times a certain amount of rat in the food chain. That did happen. But not super recent.
That was a thing.
Silas, what are the 3 clamshells for? While he's working on that. Why would you take this? Oh, yeah. Alright. So, to let some other people talk... What is this? I also didn't reorganize the articles. Okay, so people who play Diablo that I don't. Spiritborn class came out. Yes?
Yes. Excitement. Yes. Excitement.
Yes? What is it?
Yes. It is, if I had to describe it, it is a healthy mixture of the monk and witch doctor. If I had to compare it to any former classes.
Does he have a funny voice?
I don't know. We haven't heard the voice lines yet. But, yeah. I am very impressed with, how the combat system seems to work. Of course, I haven't gotten my hands on it. I wish I could. But from the gameplay, the look of the gameplay, it actually looks like it's going to be pretty fun. It's pretty fast-paced. So...
Omega, are you defending a fort?
Yeah.
Nice. Defense missions in Custom Company of Heroes were always, like, fucking awesome. Or I loved them, at least.
But yeah, no, it was, it's going to be a fun class. I can tell you this. It is going to be hard not to run across people who are playing this class because, like, you've seen the meme of Homer sitting at the bar and, like, everybody surrounding him and then people take, like, different things and then surround.
Yep.
It's like the picture of the barbarian logo on Homer and then everybody else is Spiritborn.
So you think there's going to be power creep in the class? Or you think people are just going to be super excited to play it and then they'll drop it and get back to Barb?
Well, apparently they've nerfed the fuck out of Barb. Hard nerf Barb. But apparently there is rumor, and I think I posted this article as well, so that there's a rumor going around that they are level switching and they are redoing Paragon completely. Making it more like D3's Paragon system. And getting rid of the Paragon boards.
Yeah. All right, Silas.
The boards?
That is a rumor that they are getting rid of the boards.
That would be pretty extreme.
I'll throw the
boards
article up.
are pretty. critical part of how the game works right now. I mean, that'd be quite the trashing of a feature, I guess you'd say.
So, what this article is saying, the rumor is, and this is based off some data mining, that there may be a new level 60 cap, and it just mentions the return of Paragon levels. And I'm quoting the article, just like in Diablo 3, the Paragon system in Vessel of Hatred seems to become separate system once again, meaning that the base levels and Paragon levels are two different things. In essence, we would have a regular level cap at 60 and a separate Paragon cap. Let's see, level 16, level 56, excuse me, potion upgrade, which is the second to last potion upgrade on the list in the game, would mean major healing potion to a level 80 requirement. Essentially, the new potion upgrade level increments seem to converge towards level 60 instead of level 100. So yeah, basically, again, this is a rumor, this is not official. But yeah, it looks like we're going back to launch of... Wait a minute, was it 60 cap at the launch? I think it was 60 cap at the launch of Diablo 3. And then Paragon cap was 100. So you could theoretically be level 160. And then they bumped the level cap to 70. Which pissed everybody off, because they were like, hey, what about Mug Gear? But yeah, okay, reinventing the wheel.
I mean, I don't know that they'll get rid of Paragon boards. I don't think that's something that they would get rid of.
Probably
honestly.
Not. It seems like they would just adapt it, because the only reason that people give a shit about Paragon boards is for seasons, right?
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, maybe they just adapt it to be, seasonal. All right, you have a Paragon level cap, but what's new? Interesting. But anyway, yeah, back to Spiritborn. Why is it so liked? Who is the Spiritborn? Where is he from? Where did he go? Where did he come from, Spirit Class Joe?
Oh my god. So, I mean, there are 4... Was it 4? Yeah. 4 Guardians. Gorilla.
4?
Yes, 4. Gorilla. Cheetah. Centipede. And Eagle. And it's like... Gorilla is, high defense. Batching.
Can we just call him Harambe?
Yeah. Oh my god. That's...
In
what?
In honor.
In Umber.
In Umber.
Umber. Hamster.
Try to meme it. I fuck shit up every day. Try to meme it.
But the Gorilla is like your high defense tanky class or tanky guardian. The Eagle is more of your fast paced
Sam. We just call the Eagle. The Eagle is Sam.
Sam. The Centipede is your poisons and such.
That one is probably going to get me thrown off Twitch, so we'll just move on.
And then the Cheetah's more of your mobility, fast move, or quick strikes.
So Chitara.
Yeah. Chester. We call him Chester.
Chester?
Yeah, Chester the Cheetah.
Where's that
Cheetos.
from?
Come on, man.
Oh, Chester Cheetah.
Cheetos?
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, it took me.
Come on, man. I know you're a fat guy like me. Come on.
How dare you?
You like snacks? Fuck off.
Honestly, I don't remember the last time I've had Cheetos. I do like Cheetos. It's been a hot minute. Which probably means 10 years.
Don't Greta Thunberg me. Don't you, how dare you me. Uncalled for, sir.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Remember when people talked about her and then she...
Yeah, remember when people gave a fuck?
She's just, yeah.
And
And
then people got angry because you're picking on a child. Then she turned 18 and everybody stopped caring. Which was like 6 months after they started caring. Which is hilarious.
She's still like super famous and super active as an environmentalist. So
Really? It shouldn't surprise me that she is, and we just don't hear anything about it over here because our news cycle is obsessed with, what is it now? Kamala Harris calling Trump a fuckstick Cheeto-haired twat. I'm just kidding. I wish that she would, but whatever. Omega, you were the one who originally talked about the new political class, the dirtbag Democrat. You think that Kamala Harris is the closest thing we've gotten so far to a dirtbag Democrat?
No.
That's too bad.
I don't think so.
I want to hear her talk shit.
Too bad.
I do. I mean, I've heard her say very mean things about people. I wish she would.
Yeah, but the dirtbag Democrat is more about a degree of political incorrectness.
Okay, I'm going.
While still, believing in the liberal, progressive, kind of ideals.
Trump's ancestry is what? Are they Dutch? I've forgotten this. It originally came up when people were saying the name of his family before they hit Ellis Island was Drumpf.
Mm-hmm.
And so that lasted for a hot minute, and I think he was Danish or Dutch. It's one or the other. But yeah, excellent offhand comment for a dirtbag Democrat to make, obviously, would be the Dutcher scum, which is a great reference. And in this case, true.
Doc, you should run for office.
Why?
Be the first dirtbag Democrat.
So people can find out where I live?
Well, that's...
Fuck that.
Valid point.
I don't want to be in charge of anything. I wouldn't put me in charge of anything. Are you insane?
Yes.
Doc,
actually.
you're in charge of this podcast.
You can't prove that.
Yes, I can! This entire server is evidence of that. We have an entire channel for articles.
I have tried to tell you all multiple times. Unella is running the show. I'm the bot.
It was now that you mention it, it was weird the other day that she spoke to me directly.
She does
Don't
that.
defend him like that.
No, I have to. I am obligated to. It's in the contract. Wait.
Contract.
It's in the
I didn't
TOS.
sign a contract.
It's in the EULA. You clicked accept.
No, I didn't. I didn't click on any such thing.
Also, everybody owes me their firstborn. I mean, you owe
what?
Unella. You owe Unella your firstborn. Remember, I'm a bot.
Excuse me. What? What?
Also, yeah, Fluffy is a cog. Oh, man. Okay. So, yes, everybody's very excited that there's Spiritborn Diablo 4 content. There's Diablo 4 content. It's gonna be Diablo 4, starring Harambe and a centipede. All right.
Inching your way along, huh?
I get it.
That's a 3-pointer.
Good job. Oh. Jesus fucking Christ, it's humid here. I'm dying. But not really. Alright, so getting back to another piece of news. We covered an article a couple podcasts ago, probably a couple months ago now, about how Sony was going to stop production of their optical media, just because not profitable anymore. Sony's going to stop. And at the time, time has gone by. I have had a chance to think about this occasionally while I'm in the hypothetical argument simulator, which is what I call my shower. Sony may be shutting down optical disc production, true enough, but and that is actually happening now. Omega posted the article. Sony said a while ago that they were phasing out production, that they were winding down, but they were still putting out commercially available optical media for now. Well, now it's official that they've started the phasing out process. They've gotten rid of the employees. They're not in production anymore, and so they're pretty much done making optical discs. This concerned me initially because I was like, oh no, my archival Blu-rays, what are made out of ceramic and can store 100 terabytes of data, or gigabytes, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I was what's going to happen to my long-term archive project that I have going for absolutely no reason, because who the hell would want my anime collection? The truth is that, yes, Sony is stopping Blu-ray production and DVD and CD production. However, there are and have been companies all over the world for a long time, for example, Verbatim, which have their own production facilities, and they are not stopping. So this is not the end of optical media. This is a signal, definitely a signal that the end is nigh, but for the time being, it's just Sony that is stopping. Although they were a major producer of optical media for a long time. They might have been the largest, I don't know. Sad, though. Everybody, they've got a picture in this article of the blue CDR. And I actually have a 25-pack of these in a cardboard box right next to my desk. I still have. I just never got around to burning those CDs. So now they're worth money.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you just think about how rapidly we have gone through so many phases of discovery, innovation, and obsolescence. Like how many cycles of that we've gone through in our lifetime. And this is another one of those cycles, coming close to wrapping up.
I'm here. Right you are, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I was...
One day, like, hipsters will be, like, going to thrift stores and antique shops looking for, like, a DVD burner or, like, DVD readers because they found, like, some stack of old DVDs or something. And, like, yeah, it's going to turn... yeah. Unfortunately, they don't have the lifespan of, like, vinyl.
Yeah, most of them don't. The reason that I mentioned Verbatim earlier, Verbatim makes a product line of M-Disc DVDs and Blu-rays, and those are the archival quality discs that are supposed to last for at least 1,000 years. These are the discs that you can burn and then throw in the ocean and then fish them out in a century and they will still work. It's because the data layer is made of ceramic. And there are also, this article brings it up, and I think we talked about it before, there are also laboratories that are experimenting with other composites, polycarbonate, that are expected to survive 1,000 years, or 10,000 years. So yeah, there's all sorts of interesting technology. And what I was going to say was when I was dicking around the internet looking for does this affect Verbatim sales, and I discovered, oh no, they're still doing their own production shit. I came across a forum talking about how, oh yeah, no, I mean, you can totally get your M-Disc and you can store data that way, but it's not going to matter in another 20 or 30 years because no one's going to be able to have like a DVD drive. Like nobody has DVD drives anymore. They're just not going to exist. I was like, okay, typical neckbeards talking about shit that is just their opinion on the internet. I just, for fun, went onto eBay and I looked at whether or not there were any Betamax players available for purchase. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 600 pages worth of Betamax players if you have old Betamax tapes that you want to play. You fucking shitheads. They stopped producing... the last Betamax player was produced in 2002. I had no idea. that they were still making Betamax players up until 2002.
I'm listening.
But I don't think anybody's put anything on Betamax since the 70s or the 80s when they got phased out by VHS.
Here will do.
We're talking about media formats, right, or mediums that nobody younger than us knows what they are. Nobody knows what nobody knows what a fucking Laserdisc is. And that
Laserdisc.
that was incredible technology.
It's a CD the size of a fucking 37.
Yeah, it is.
My
I'll see what's there.
best friend, who
Ready.
was also the best man at my wedding, collects laser discs
Right-ho.
and has like a collection of like 150, and he's still collecting them. He's so he's
There
come
are-
over. He was actually able to get Dogma on Laserdisc. I was like, huh?
Oh my god.
He
Right.
has Dogma on Laserdisc. I was like, I'm coming over to watch. I am on the way right now.
I was gonna say I've encountered this because I have a movie collection. There are versions of movies that are director's cuts or special editions of movies that are only available on Laserdisc. It only ever came out on Laserdisc. I forget what I was looking for at the time, and I was really super pissed off when I found that out. So I was like, all right, how the fuck am I gonna get my hands on this? Oh man. Laserdisc, Betamax, VHS. And then it all went downhill when DVDs came out. Except for Hollywood. Hollywood had a field day with DVDs.
Hollywood adapted.
I was watching something, I'm not sure how true it is, but I was watching Matt Damon talk about something. What happens with to Hollywood? Why are we seeing movies are coming out, they're expected to fail, things are doing shitty and all the rest of that, and he brought up something I'd never thought about before. Time was when movies were sold on VHS and they were sold on DVD. Movies had two releases, essentially. There was when they came out in theaters, and then there was about 6 months after that when they came out on DVD. So it's like you had two opening weekends, which was double your revenue most of the time. So, yeah, now the advent of streaming, nobody's buying things on physical media anymore because physical media is being phased out because you're not supposed to own anything, you're supposed to rent it. Hollywood is not taking the risks that it used to because they get the opening weekend in the theater, that's it.
How can I do that?
And whatever they can scrape together from streaming services. So physical media is good. It's good to own things. For when the internet goes out and you want to watch a movie.
Heaven forbid the internet should never go out. What are we, cavemen?
What is this, Spain?
I'll see to it.
Texas?
Oh, too soon.
There's oh,
Too
nice.
soon.
I got it a little. I got it a little late. I'm not on my game these past 2 weeks. I wonder how Ted Cruz is doing. His
Not
solution
good.
his solution when that happens is just to leave.
Right? No, I have friends, unfortunately, who live in Texas, and they were without power with the latest tropical storm, and none too happy about it. So I will never, ever live in Texas unless I absolutely cannot avoid it. I would have to be paid a ridiculous amount of money, enough to afford a generator and my own house, and a really impressive tank fuels said generator. That is it. That is the only way.
You had me at tank.
For a
and then-
second, you were talking the other kind of tank, and I was like, yeah, in Texas,
Yeah.
you can have that.
Yeah.
Bulldozer.
I was thinking
Bulldozer
too.
2.0.
Why not both?
Assuming position.
Shut up and take my money.
Want a nice Sherman?
I'm here.
Fuck yeah.
Be right there.
What was the other one? Oh, the Pershing. Pershing is a nice World War. If we're talking World War II tanks, Pershing is a nice tank.
I mean, why not have a collection? Texas, nice open spaces. You can afford to have a garage for tanks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
And if
That's how
you're...
it works, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sweet.
Taking cover.
Build a big-ass shed. Use plenty of corrugated metal.
I'm here.
Full circle. We're right back into redneck country.
I love it. I love it.
Checking position.
Oh, come on. Where is it?
Right hand.
Where is it?
I'll take a look.
I forget what the name of this tank is. I'm posting it in the Cox channel now. But if I'm gonna own a tank, this is the one I'm owning. This is, I mean,
I'm waiting for it.
Yep.
I have
the
anticipation.
pride of Poland.
Wait, is that a Polish or an Italian tank?
That is a Polish tank.
Well, it's definitely got a pole on the front.
It is a Polish tank, and the only reason I know about this tank is because of War Thunder and the game War Thunder, because this tank is right next to, in the selection menu for the Polish tech tree. Yes, there is a Polish tech tree in War Thunder. There's this tank,
Yeah,
and the one next to it is just an 8-foot long is a tank that is literally 2 blast panels and an 8 to 10 foot long howitzer out of the front of it.
Good, that means you're doing it right. I was imagining the Polish tech tree being like, all right, down here is weaving, and then you have screen making, and then you have door making, and then you have submarine making. Heyo!
I'll take a look.
This is called the Mouse. It is the Mouse. The Polish mouse tank.
Das Maus.
Das Maus.
That's a good graphic novel. If anybody hasn't read their Mouse or Das Maus, I forget what it is.
Ready.
Oh, it's just called Mouse. Look at that! It's on my bookshelf. I can see it. Mouse 1 and Mouse 2.
Wait.
It's very dark subject matter. It's the Holocaust. It's the story of the Holocaust in World War II, but it's represented with animals. So the Jews are mice and the Nazis are cats, and the English are dogs. Everybody else is just some various form of a dog. Social commentary.
What type of dog was the United States? That's the question.
Probably a bulldog.
Yup.
Mm,
Either that or like a really fat golden retriever. We're very-
Always happy, completely not a single thought behind the eyes.
Nope.
Just go.
Put a gun in its hand and it becomes a walking war crime.
I thought that was Canada.
It's only a war crime the first time, okay?
Hey, speaking of Canada, Deadpool and Wolverine have been doing well this week. I heard they topped
Yeah,
400
dude.
million at the box office.
Assuming position.
I haven't seen a superhero movie in I don't know how long, a long ass time, and I'm not really in the mood to see one. But for all accounts, it was just a good old fashioned entertaining movie
I'll take a look.
with no subliminal messages in it.
Listening, sir.
Yeah,
Disgust-
honestly, it might be one of the first of the Marvel movies I'm actually interested in seeing.
Have you seen any of the Have you seen either of the first 2 Deadpool movies, Omega?
Nope.
I have.
Might be a fun trilogy to watch.
Yeah, I feel like of any of them, those are the ones I would probably enjoy.
And I'm not saying
Oh,
this
yeah.
because you need to. I don't think that you need to see, Deadpool 2 or Deadpool 1 in order to understand Deadpool 2. I don't.
No.
Not in my mind. So yeah, if you just want to watch 3, yeah, that's fine.
You can't hide from me. Yes.
I mean,
Alright.
there's plenty of great iconic moments in Deadpool 1. Happy International Women's Day. But
Oh yeah, yeah. Also Inara from Firefly is in Deadpool,
Uh-huh.
that's worth pointing out.
Yep.
She's a peach.
Yeah.
Right you are, sir. Ready as I'll ever be.
Gina
And-
Carano's in the first one.
Who?
I'll see to it, sir.
Exactly.
She apparently
that was
won
that Gina Carano?
something against Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she did. She
yeah,
won her
she-
lawsuit against Disney.
No, she didn't win a
found some-
lawsuit. She won a ruling that will allow her lawsuit to go to trial.
Oh, okay.
Disney was trying to get it dismissed, and a judge said, "Nope, it is actually going to go to trial."
I'm just happy that there's the amusement of people who have way more money than I do wasting it in legal proceedings.
Oh, she was in Deadpool. Okay, I was right.
Yeah, wasn't she Thick McNasty?
Uh,
Less funny
Actually,
Rosie O'Donnell?
yeah. Oh, watching superhero landing. Superhero landing. Every time, it's got to be hard on the knees.
Well, we know which movie Zero has watched ad nauseum.
Zero's a Marvel
Yes,
fanboy, he
Ghostbusters.
knows all of them.
Be right there.
Hey, Robert Downey Jr. has a job again.
As if he needed it. That was the other thing. I hate that I know these things. I don't even know where I picked up that useless piece of information, but, Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom now. How much money did Disney have to dump on his front lawn to make him come back here? What possible reason?
Okay, so let me explain.
I don't understand.
There are one of two things that are occurring here. One,
Blackmail?
it is a clever ruse by Disney to hide who the actual Doctor Doom is, which I don't think Kevin Feige's that intelligent.
Who put... he's in charge of this?
Yes. No, is it Kevin Feige? Yeah. No. Hang on. Now that you're thinking
Stop paying
Paul
attention.
Feig. You're thinking Paul Feig.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Feige is Disney. Okay, you had me questioning my sanity there for a second.
Look,
Insanity?
I know that after Ghostbusters 2016, Sony will never work with him ever again. I didn't know if he was like switching over to Disney just to be like, I need a new daddy.
But the other thing is it could be that they are doing the multiversal version of Doctor Doom from the infamous Iron Man series of comic books that Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom worked together after Tony Stark died.
Who?
Oh my God, you're going to cause me to have a mental breakdown, Doc. Please stop.
Victor von Frankenstein?
Victor Von Doom. Von Doom.
Frankenstein!
Frankenstein!
I knew where you were going.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
I be normal?
Shouldn't it be Frodrick? If it's Frankenstein, shouldn't your first name be Frodrick?
Oh God.
Yeah.
But
Leave it with me.
they're doing the infamous Iron Man story where Von Doom wears the Iron Man armor after Tony Stark dies so that he can improve his image, but it doesn't work. So I'm thinking that may be the way they're going if this isn't just some clever ruse by
I'm here.
Kevin Feige to shield who actually is playing Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
Which,
because subverting people's expectations worked so well for Disney in the 8th Star Wars movie.
well, that's Star Wars.
I'm just saying,
Um,
you parade Robert Downey Jr. around as he's this glorious return to Marvel, and then you go to the movie theater and it turns out to be, Dwayne Johnson playing Doctor Doom. People might be mad.
I would be so down. No. Has to be John Cena.
He's
The
already
Rock
got a
can't be
shtick.
Doctor Doom. Yeah,
He's-
it's
he's
true.
already- yeah, he's already-
Peacemaker.
Oh, I was going to say he got gobbled up by DC.
Yeah, he's playing Peacemaker in the DC.
Is that the name of
universe.
the character? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the Deadpool of the DC universe.
How many times has he died?
Approximately 0.
Well, that's just false advertising then.
Mm-mm-mm.
How many times has Deadpool died? At least 50. I like my Fifth Element references. So, anyway, yeah, I hate that I have that weird knowledge. Thanks. Please, sir, can I have some less?
No.
Can I?
Alright. So, Steam demos are changing as Valve tackles a flood of free games. Omega, I don't know if you would like to talk about this at all.
It's a trend that I've been seeing more of lately, where games are instead of having like a demo on their Steam page that you can download and play to try it out, they're releasing. Developers are like releasing a lot more prologues or stuff like that, which are minimal versions of the game or a chapter of the game or whatever. They're releasing them for free so that they get their own Steam page, they get their own wish list, they get their own So it's helping drive more engagement, and it's a trend that I've seen more and more lately. But yeah, seeing the article about it was just interesting. That other people are noticing the same thing.
So, yeah, the article says here that, yeah, there are a lot of games coming out with more things like prologues or chapter 1s, and those products that are attached to, some other larger game are given their own Steam page. They're basically treated like their own game, but they're free to play. So Valve wants to restructure so that they keep everything nice and tidy. And on the main game page, it would just be that you now have a demo available for play, and you can get special notifications for the demos. If you follow a game, you'll be notified when the demo is released. And I guess, yeah, you know what? Demo discs used to be a huge part of PC gaming, and it used to be really, really entertaining.
And not just PC, but like you used to get
Xbox
PlayStation
too.
demo discs.
Yeah,
I
you're
remember
right.
way back in the day when I was a kid, I could play like the first 5 level or like the first couple. It wasn't even 5. It was like the first 3 or 4 levels of Crash Bandicoot on a disc that also had like 5 minutes of this racing game and other stuff like that. So yeah, I had like 4 or 5 different demo games on it.
I would never be able to find the CD anymore, but when I had a Power Macintosh 7100, I had a CD called Game Room, and it had something like 1,000 demos on it, and they were all organized into folders and genres, and holy cow, I spent years going through that disc. It was back when games were a lot simpler, a lot smaller. Think about that, 1,000 games on 700 megabytes. That's nuts.
I think the best thing was like when you would go to Pizza Hut and you would get the demo disc from like Pizza Hut.
Dude, do you remember when demo discs used to come in cereal?
Yes.
Did you ever play Chex Quest?
Yes. What was that one game? Captain Pepsi.
Captain Pepsi.
Yes.
There were. Do you guys remember the 7-Up Spot game for Super?
Oh my
No.
gosh, yes, for the original Nintendo.
What was
I
that?
thought it was Super Nintendo. But anyway, it was basically kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog, except you were the 7-Up Spot. Like the red dot that they used to have as their like mascot kind of thing.
Yeah.
They had one on the NES, and it was like Cubert. It was similar to Cubert, if I remember correctly.
Man. Yeah, the cereal games used to, or serial demo discs used to make me laugh. I didn't have consoles growing up, so it was PC or nothing. But they were usually, they all had a pretty common theme. They were a knockoff of a mainstream popular game like Doom, and they were non-violent. So in Chex Quest, instead of going around and murdering monsters, you fired goo or something, or you fired checks at large blobs of green goop, and you like dehydrated them or captured them or something. You didn't kill them, but it was Doom. It was Doom with a Chex skin.
Love it. Sounds fun.
Four glorious levels of it that I played a lot of, because my parents didn't let me have violent video games.
And now look how you turned out.
Yeah, right. Turned out just fine for me. They had no fucking idea what Diablo was. Oh, they didn't buy me Diablo. A friend of mine. So Diablo, the original Diablo, was on like CD. So a friend of mine at school was just like, here's like the CD, because I had a CD ripper at the time, so I just cloned the CD and I gave it back. Man. And then I
Back
obviously...
when that actually used to work.
Yeah, back when you could actually do that. And then
Because
obviously
all you needed was the key, and it wasn't always, on the disc.
Yeah, actually, you're right. How the hell did... Oh,
Because it was an insert in the CD.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
I got original Diablo that way, so I still remember. I feel so old.
I'm pointing at my original Diablo cardboard box that I bought in like 1997 or 1996 or some shit. So I'm sure the CD key is somewhere on or inside that box.
Mm-hmm.
On a glorious piece of paper. Or yeah, you're right, on the back of the jewel case in the insert.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's usually where it was.
Things were so much simpler. You didn't even need a CD key if you wanted to play StarCraft. You just hit 1111100000111111.
I didn't get into PC gaming until way later in my life. But
Yes, we had to convert you.
no, I played Warcraft for a while. Well before I met you all.
In the dark days. The before
In the dark days and the before time. But
But there was no light in your life until you met us.
That's true. I mean, okay. Y'all are second behind my wife, okay?
Good recovery. Good recovery.
Yeah, stuck the landing. But it took the pandemic and you guys going, come on, Zero, just get a damn PC.
In fact, get a PC worth a damn.
In fact, I think the exact words from Doc were, it's cheaper if you just buy a pre-made.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, cheaper if you build your own. Oh, you got all that. As Linus Tech Tips proved. All you need to do is have some industry connections, get a whole bunch of second-hand gear, and you can build yourself a pro gaming PC that beats the shit out of a PS5 for less than $400.
Well, at the time, in the middle of the pandemic, it was cheaper to buy a pre-built, because remember what happened to graphics cards? There was no more budget cards. That's why your advice changed.
Yeah, what a glorious shitstorm that happened in our lives around 2019, 2020. Cryptocurrency skyrocketed and everybody started playing games and building gaming PCs, so basically no graphics cards. None for you. You want graphics cards? Fuck you. Here, bomb. Oh, boy. So, yeah, Zero, I'm glad that the wholesome, holy light shining forth from my gaping, goatsy asshole was enough to get you into the PC gaming life. It was well worth it, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. I have not had to pay for a subscription fee in 2 years, and it is amazing.
I want you to envision
4 years. 4 years.
What?
God, has it been that long? I lost track of time.
As you wish.
Pandemic fucked me up.
I want you to go to sleep each night envisioning the light pouring out of my goatsy gape.
I've never seen it. Pictures or it didn't happen. Tell you like I tell Leakness.
Oh, that's so
Now
much
I want
work.
a decent angle. I was gonna say I want a decent angle too. Okay.
Oh my god.
Rent out a fucking photo studio. I'm gonna horrify some people. I'm gonna have to make everybody sign NDAs and whatever contractual obligations. You're not allowed to get offended or emotionally scarred, and if you do, it's not my fault.
Listening. Awaiting orders.
I love that. If you get scarred, it's not my fault. Don't look directly at it. Just don't look directly at it. It's like the ghost traps from Ghostbusters. You don't look directly at the light.
Oh, delicious.
Question
So, yeah.
is it bleached?
How the hell should I know? I can't see it.
that's a no. That's a service that you have to pay for, sir. So I'm assuming not.
What am I gonna do to check? I'm gonna squat over a mirror?
I'm waiting.
I understood that reference.
So I can finally see what's making all that noise.
As I'll ever be.
Oh.
So
This
it's
is-
hilarious. Earlier, the pup had to go get groomed today, and wife brought her home, and she had an itch, and she was using her back leg to scratch her head, and all of a sudden I hear, "Weep, weep, weep, weep," and I was like, "Oh my god, is this dog scratching herself and farting?"
Oh,
And that's exactly what was happening.
the sound you
It
made
was
there was
just
perfect.
Weaking right out there. It's because they don't have ass cheeks to muffle the sound.
Oh yeah,
So-
no, it's they don't have ass cheeks to hold it in either. It just comes out. It's like
Most of the time it just sounds like,
yeah, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
yeah. My sister's basset hound, when we were when I was watching him, he would get up on the couch, and if he couldn't get a good jump up onto the couch, he would put his front two paws, he'd huff, and then he'd fart and jump up on the couch.
Wise decision.
Dog was a fucking
I mean-
magician. I loved him.
Whatever gives you a boost.
Hey,
Should have called him Rocket.
Assuming position.
his name was Nico.
Ever be.
He was the best boy.
You're hiding from me, lad.
I would have called him Hank. Because he produces propane and propane accessories. Oh,
That's methane and methane accessories.
he
Yes,
produce
they
methane and
sure.
methane accessories. What are methane accessories? Poop.
It's called fertilizer.
I don't see any movement.
All right, there's something here that I don't understand. Well, I mean, that basically applies to everything on the planet, but specifically, I don't understand. Activision secretly experimented on 50% of Call of Duty players by decreasing skill-based matchmaking, and determined that players like skill-based matchmaking even if they don't know it. So they just decided to start hooking random people up with other randos, regardless of skill level. And how did they determine the level of fun that people had? Was it just a timer to rage quit?
I'm pretty sure.
That's all I can figure.
I think it's hilarious that they basically conducted a whole social experiment out of it. I believe it ended up with, what was it, a 25-page white paper that they ended up
Nice.
publishing?
I'll look through here. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, a 25-page paper covering how it works.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep. So this is, I mean, that's fun. A social experiment like this. I'm not sure who would dislike skill-based matchmaking.
Well, it says over 90% of players with toned down skill-based matchmaking played less Call of Duty after the change, while the top 10% of skilled players were not as affected. The paper goes on to confirm what has always been the most obvious reason to have skills-based matchmaking, which is that random matchmaking benefits good players and sucks for everybody else. So they were, they were tracking things like kill streaks and kills per minute when, in fights where there was like a huge disparity leveraged by that top 10% of players. So basically, like, the top 30% or the top 10% of players don't like skills-based matchmaking because it makes them feel godly, and the bottom 30% of all players need it to even have a chance at having fun playing the game.
Yeah, that's where I would be
And
in.
then everybody else in the middle is, trying to get better and actually trying to, play the game, and but it's just really interesting that like this debate has been going on in the community, and you've got people like planting flags on the like skills-based matchmaking is bad because it penalizes players who are good, and you never you get good at the game, but you're always playing against people who are good, so you never get to feel good at it, and it's the debate's been raging for a while, and here they're like, you guys are gonna keep having this debate. Well, we're actually going to do some fucking research. We're going to do some experiments with some people, and see what the truth is.
It's surprising, now that you put it like that, it is kind of a surprising move from Activision, because that is a pro gamer move. That is something, if I might call you and I pro gamers, Omega, that is something that you and I would do in a survival game. Alright, we think this is a good method, how about we test it? Let's see if we can break some mechanics and figure out whether or not our opinions are correct.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. So this is nice. Whatever, Activision might still be a shitty company, but haha, every once in a while, broken clock is funny twice a day. Oh, what was the other thing that came out about... There was an article that I didn't post. I'll kick myself later about it, but it had to do with the unionization at Bethesda.
Blizzard, Blizzard Studios, Warcraft Studio, the Warcraft portion of Blizzard,
Yeah, you're right.
has unionized. I heard about
Yep.
that today, actually.
It's nice that everybody is getting their ducks in a line after the acquisitions have happened.
Yeah.
That was brought up last podcast. Now that everyone's been fired, let's defend our jobs.
Now that we've called the week. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you?
Nope, not at all. Fuck them.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep. They're making way more money than I'll ever make. Fuck them.
Oh yeah, other exciting updates that happened in the church this week. Unella got an overhaul. You reminded me of that, Zero, because I was like, tattoo bot's out of the server now. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Unella now tracks skill XP, and we have our own profiles. There's a new channel. There's a new channel, Masami. You can go visit the welcome channel. It'll explain all the new features if you haven't already.
Mm-hmm. I did in fact see its existence spring onto the server.
It gave birth to a new room, which I abhor doing, but I need a place to center all this information, and Stickies just aren't doing it.
Yes, I'm sure it was very painful clicking the add channel button. Like, I imagine it was agonizing.
I hate it. I really don't like making new rooms.
Lots of grunting, lots of crying, lots of sweating, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Why did you just describe an average trip to the bathroom?
Oh!
Acceptable.
Locked and loaded. Anyway, yeah, what else does Unella do? Oh, she announces streams now. I created roles. You can have roles if you want. And,
Ooh, can I have a donut? You said we could have rolls.
do you have a custom? Actually, you might be one of the last people that doesn't have a custom role.
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, I had to remember Omega's custom role. He is the Slayer of the Chundermonger,
Oh my god.
I don't have one.
which is a story that no one will remember, because that was when Omega was playing Diablo 4 and I was watching him, and he defeated... No, that was when Omega was playing Diablo 2 Remastered, and I was watching him, and he slayed a monster called the Chundermonger.
That's great.
Which is a great name.
It is.
It is one of my proudest conquests.
I have no doubt. Zero doubt.
Your orders?
Yeah, Frelly is small PP, and of course, Fluffy is the moist maker. Alright, yeah, no, Masami, you don't have a custom role, so...
What is it?
You think about it,
I gotta start thinking about
you
that,
know,
you're right.
you've got until the anniversary podcast.
You're right, I do. Leetness needs one too, but that's just easy. We can call it, his special role can be Cucumber, or
Engaging!
or one of the many voice clips that I have in the blackmail folder. So,
Finding cover.
yeah,
Oh God, I'm
Is it
glad you
black-
named it what it actually is.
I have a whole folder in my yeah, it's under Premiere Scratch. It's in my Scratch files, but yeah, it's a whole folder that just says blackmail for later, and then inside of it is just everything that Leetness has ever posted or said.
Hi, future lateness.
Hi, I hope you're having a nice day at work. And I hope that I didn't get you thinking about cucumber sandwiches or buttered bread.
Listening, sir.
Buttered bread.
Orders, sir.
Oh boy. Alright, yeah, so wait, unions and all the rest of that we were talking about just briefly.
Ready!
The Actors Union is, quote, not happy about GTA 6 strike exemption, but confirms it's in the contract. It's insane, but it's there. GTA 6 is exempt from the SAG after a strike because the strike technically only applies to recently started projects, and GTA 6 has been in production for a long time, so it falls outside the scope of the strike. So work continues on GTA 6, despite the 160,000-member SAG-AFTRA union strike.
Here will do. I'm here.
Again? Didn't they just strike?
Well, they're still on strike.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't think they stopped. I'm not clear how the Deadpool movie came out, but I don't mind. Yep. So GTA 6, the game that will be that is rumored to cost $150 on launch for the standard edition. We shall see. That would be kind of funny if that rumor turned out to be true.
Yes.
And finally on the docket for tonight, WoW's The War Within pre-expansion patch has already made the 20-year-old MMO so much better, we don't need to talk about it. That's it. We're done.
Attacking.
Hey! Hey! I was actually gonna bitch about WoW for a few minutes, and you just took. Hey! It's like I was getting ready to take a bite out of a Popeye's biscuit, and you just ripped that shit out from in front of me.
I straight up
can't
kicked
do
you in the
that.
face, son.
It's true.
Alright, fine.
I'm a little offended right now.
Talk
It'll
about your
last-
precious video games.
You know what we haven't talked about in a while?
Warframe?
Yep.
Oh, no shit, I guessed.
Yep.
Warframe's doing great. Dog Days are back. The summer event is back. If you want to go shoot people with squirt guns and run around a pool, Nikak has new rewards, so you can go and you can talk to her when you're all done. Apart from that, yeah, the event was great. It's all done now. but went off without a hitch. I got my arcane barrier, my legendary arcane that I can slap on Hildren. That'll be really nice. Yeah, so Warframe's doing great. All right, now we're all
so-
done.
Yep, no, we're not.
Shit!
Shit!
So close! Shit!
Yep, you almost got away with it if it wouldn't have been for those meddling kids. So yeah, pre-expansion patch comes out. Whole bunch of new features, warbands. All of your characters across all servers are now accessible on one screen. It took this fucking long to do that. 20 years it took them to make all characters from every server available on one fucking screen.
It sounds about right.
Alliance and Horde.
I'd like to point
Now
out
that's
that...
unholy.
Yeah.
That's unholy.
Unacceptable.
So okay, so the war is over, Masami. I'm gonna need you to get over it.
Oh, fuck off.
The war is
war
I
is
will
never
never
over.
be over it.
The war is over.
For the Horde. For the Horde, Masami. For the Horde.
Well, no, I agree for the Horde because I realized very shortly after I started reading the lore of World of Warcraft that the Alliance are the bad
Alliance are
guys.
dicks. They're totally dicks. They're absolutely dicks. I just could not stand the aesthetics of the Horde. I'm sorry.
But the one that they redid the spell book and your spell book and talent trees and everything are in the same place now, which is great. And profession screens look so much cleaner now, and your warband of all your characters have a bank slot or will have a bank slot whenever, or have their own private bank, so you can transfer all of your stuff around from character to character without having to use the in-game mail system. You can just use this bank and deposit all of your money, and if you want to transfer stuff over to other characters, you can do that now. Once it starts
what kind of
working,
heresy are you speaking?
once it starts working and Blizzard fixes the shit that they fucked up, because the day that it released last Tuesday, they had these servers down for 12 plus hours.
Some things never change.
I swear to God, I think at one point I was watching the forums and talks of fire, going to Irvine, California, and just burning Blizzard down were actually being discussed.
Why were you in the toxic existence that is the forums?
Because it's hilarious and it sustains me when I'm dealing with the bullshit that I deal with at my current job.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Just make sure you're wearing proper fire protection. That's all I ask.
I do. I'm not wearing pants, and I do slather myself in aloe vera.
Okay, good.
So,
But what do you do while you're looking at the forums?
hey, there you go, attaboy. Acceptable.
Acceptable.
There you go.
Thanks. I got one.
But it's still not active. The Warband Bank feature is still not active. It has been a week. People are pissed. And Blizzard, in a rare move, Masami, in the entire time that you played Warcraft, did you ever get any free time for issues that were caused due to an extended maintenance period?
What kind of heresy are you speaking of?
They gave every player that had an active account at the time of the 14-hour maintenance 1 day of game time. 1 day.
Hey,
Wow.
that's 10 more hours than
Exactly.
it was down. So
Well,
they
no,
should
and
be
I agree with
fucking
that.
Grateful.
I am very grateful. It just tacks on an extra day to the end of the 6 months. But to understand, in 20 years, Blizzard has never
They've never done
done
Yeah.
that. They realized that they fucked up that badly
Finding cover.
that they had to give at least a day of free game time to all active players
I'm listening.
who had
Position.
active game time on their account at the time that this occurred. And they have said that it will be fixed prior to the release of the expansion, but it has led a lot of people in the WoW community to question whether or not the War Within is ready to be released.
Moving.
The War Within My Pants is not ready to be released.
Yes, that's true. It is small, but
No
it is
one's-
furious.
No one's ready for that. No
Thank
one.
you.
Zero people.
Yeah. It's
But-
not about the size of the badger. It's about its willingness to bite you.
We've made it.
Boy, are they willing.
Is that a thing? Okay, vagina dentine is a thing because that was in a movie. It's not, not a real thing, but it's a movie. I wonder if penis dentine is a real thing. It's a cock with teeth. Num num num
I
num
did
num
it.
num num. Yay! Victory has been achieved on stream. You done did it.
You did the thing.
Did you? Are most of your soldiers going home? Most people survive.
Everybody survived.
Everybody.
Took a beating, a lot of injuries on this one. There were a couple explosions that caught us, but my medic
Yeah.
fucking kept everybody standing, and we ended up winning.
Oh, that tasted great, and I'm happy for you. So yeah, why are they giving you inventories? Shit, ship home. It's time to go to Czechoslovakia to celebrate with some pretty outstanding beer, actually. The Czech Republic now makes some pretty great beers, if you ever go to the Czech Republic. If you ever go to Prague.
Hard pass.
Hey, it's a nice
Have you
place.
been to Prague?
I have.
Ooh, tell us about it.
It's kind of like a city where there are buildings and people.
Leave Russia.
They have some
Go home.
cars and there are streets and the people don't speak English. That's not true. A lot of people do speak English, but
I will beat you through the screen, Doc.
One of the soldiers has a cat. They found a cat that
No.
they're taking home.
oh,
Oh,
Doc, my question is, while you were in Prague, did you impart freedom upon the filthy metric system users?
oh, they already had freedom while I got there, and yeah, nobody would talk to me about the metric system. Presumably because they were embarrassed that they didn't know the imperial system, which is superior in every way.
Thank you. Thank you.
mm-hmm.
You're not a real man unless you know how many elephants tall a rocket is. The NASA, the Saturn IV rocket, how many elephants tall it is. Right. If you can't answer that question, then basically what are you doing with your life?
Look, the
Are we
standard
talking
unit of...
an African elephant or an Asian elephant?
Oh, God.
Okay,
I don't know that.
that is the best derivation of African or European I've ever heard.
How do you know so much about elephants, Omega?
I mean, I just know that there's multiple kinds and that the African elephants are bigger than the Asian elephants.
You have to know
Yep.
these things
Because
when you're
the
a kid.
Asian elephants live in forests while the African elephants live on plains. So they can grow taller. And the trees are taller, so they have to be taller to grab the tree branches that they want.
Did you know that
And they're not very plain.
Did you know that India's tallest elephant has actually murdered 30 people and killed a whole bunch of elephants himself too because he just hates everything?
I believe it.
Amazing.
I saw an article recently from, I forget what country it was, but one of the countries where they have prize hunting. And they were, the UK just banned all importing of elephant tusks, is what the trophies was
Nice.
the news article that I read. But this country was like, hey, fuck you guys. How about we send all of our fucking elephants to you and you deal with the elephants running through your neighborhoods and you deal with them trampling your crops and your fences and your houses. fucking, come over here. We need you people to come shoot them. It's great for our local economy. The elephants used to be endangered, but they said in this country there's now 160,000 of them, and they're a nuisance. And I've actually read before that the more conscientious trophy hunting is actually organized by the preserves themselves, and they're usually targeting old bull elephants that are being assholes and actually
horribly aggressive.
Yeah, basically. So it's they actually benefit, the survival of the species, the herds themselves benefit from this because these old bull elephants will kill juveniles, juvenile males that they see as competition, and they'll kill any baby elephants born to other elephants, and but they get to an age where they can't reproduce anymore, but they still are just angry old elephant men, and they need to kill them. And it costs a lot of money to these trophy hunters pay a lot of money to these preserves, and that's how these preserves are funded. They can kill a couple elephants a year in trophy hunting, and that pays for them to maintain and protect entire herd. And it's not as simple as this all hunting is bad and all trophies are bad and shit. It's not that simple.
Well, I don't think the trophy hunting is especially cool, and I really don't like that, but I am very curious about what elephant tastes like. I wonder if it's juicy. Oh, elephant knuckle. I wonder if you boil elephant knuckle for long enough, you heat it up if it gets really tender. Probably not. All right.
You might have to knuckle through it.
The button's all the way over there. No, it's too far away.
Unacceptable.
I have to go. Yeah, thank you, Zero. I have to go walk my dogs. Should I leave the stream going?
Well, I'm about to have the final cutscene of the game. If you want to broadcast that.
All right. I'm going to walk my dogs. I'll be back. You have to carry on the podcast until I return.
Oh, God. I've got to go to bed.
You have to. No, denied.
Oh, no. I'm sick and I need to go to bed.
Denied. Suck it up.
My wife's going to come in here and yell at you. Actually, she's going to yell at me, and then I'm going to yell at you.
Good. In 10 minutes.
See, that's just what we call content.
Uh-huh. It really is.
Verbal abuse is content.
I mean, have you seen some of the videos on the internet?
True. I know how to get this off. Let's talk politics. No, I'm kidding. Let's not. Oh, God.
I mean, the only thing that I'm aware of that would be worth talking about in that realm is Kamala stepping in for Joe.
I don't know. It's also worth talking about how hilariously bad AD-VANCE is.
He is pretty bad.
God, yeah.
I mean, he's from Ohio, so...
Nothing good comes from Ohio.
It's true. God's armpit.
That would imply that, God approves of the USA, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Well, we here in the South believe that he does, and we believe that the South will rise again. Sorry. I'm
okay,
sorry.
West Virginia.
Easy.
But the funny thing about that is that West Virginia exists because they wanted to join the Union.
Right?
It's true.
Yeah, fun fact, the Constitution says that a portion of a state cannot secede from that state without the state's permission. But because Virginia seceded from the Union, the Constitution didn't ban a chunk of Virginia saying, fuck you, we're leaving and going and forming a new state that's going to join the Union. So that's what West Virginia did. Also, West Virginia really hates J.D. Vance because of his book.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right.
Hillbilly Elegy or whatever it is.
Yeah, he wrote a book, Hillbilly
Mhm.
Elegy, and like all the Appalachian states are like, "You're not a fucking hillbilly. You're not Appalachian. What are you talking about? Like, fuck off."
Okay, I'm back.
From fucking Ohio. That was the
How did you
fastest
vote
dog
for-
walk ever.
It's raining outside. It's raining outside. They wanted none of it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Went out. They all three
They
went
said
out.
it's dry inside. I can poop in there.
Yeah, no, they know about it. They went outside. There's a bush right by the door. They all go to the bush. They all peed on the bush, and they're all just like, "Okay, can we go inside now? It fucking sucks." I'm like, yeah, fair point. So yeah, okay. What'd I miss?
So, Doc, what are your feelings on J.D. Vance?
At first I mistook him for J.D. Power and Associates, and I thought that's a weird pick. Are they gonna tell me, like, is the vice president gonna endorse cars? But he seems like the traditional, or what has become now the commonplace GOP pick for any standard politician. It's just the guy who will say whatever he's told to say to get to his position, and then once he's there, he could give a shit.
I just think it's great that nominating him was definitely like a stepping on the rake moment.
Yeah.
Because they've spent the entire time defending the pick, and he's been on the defensive for all this stupid shit that he's said and done. Not to mention the things that he's said against Trump in the past.
Right. That was kind of when I had absolutely no idea who he was when they announced, and then somebody did a background on him, and I was like, oh, he's talked a whole bunch of shit about Trump. Oh, now who's the other guy? The guy that lasted for 2 weeks in Trump's administration. The guy with the really fun last name to say. Italian dude.
His former press secretary,
yes.
Anthony Scaramucci.
Scaramucci! Yeah, the mooch. Okay.
Yep, the mooch.
Anthony Scaramucci was also hilarious. It reminded me of that because that dude talked a whole bunch of shit about Trump, and then he just flipped and he became a Trump supporter, and he lost his wife and children over it and got a position and was fired after 2 weeks.
Ooh, karma. Jeez.
Yeah,
He was real fun while he lasted, though.
He was.
And then he got what's her name?
Haley McEnany.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah.
I defy anybody to say Scaramucci without doing the Italian pinch the fingers.
Pinch the fingers, yeah.
Scaramucci. I have to, every single time I say his name, my hand just does this. I have no control over it. It's like Dr. Strangelove. So, anyway.
I mean, you are DrNiggle, so it makes sense. That's how that works, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I aspire to be as insane and racist as Dr. Strangelove. But didn't J.D. Vance say that Kamala Harris was a childless cat lady?
Well, he said that the basically the left wants all the people who want to be in power are like childless cat ladies, and he named her not knowing the fact that
in full view of her children and husband.
Yeah, well, stepchildren, but still, stepchildren. She is a step parent. He named Pete Buttigieg. You just think, oh, easy to take a dig at him because he's gay. Yeah, he's actually got 2 adopted children.
Yeah.
It's just absurd. He also said AOC, who doesn't have any children, to be fair on that one, but also cats are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what are you going against cats?
I'd rather spend time with Kat than with JD Vance. That's for damn sure.
So, like I said, he seems like a traditional, or what? Yeah, he seems like the modern day ideal GOP pick for any standard politician, because he is not only will he say whatever he needs to get the pick, he doesn't let things like facts stand in the way of his statements. You don't need to know things in order to say things, as I prove every single podcast.
You say them with enough conviction, they're true.
I think the most interesting thing is the comparison between him and like Pence. Like Pence, while he was a staunch right winger, was like a
Rational.
real rational, like actual person, and not a demigod. So Pence was. Oh, honestly, Pence destroyed any. He thought he was hopping on a train that would be a push upward, but it did not do him good, I think. But he was at least like a real old school classic, like actual inside Washington legitimate politician. JD Vance is one of these new breed of far right, Freedom Caucus, those kind of psychos. So Trump has traded the conservative Washington establishment, which, as we all saw at numerous times, Pence refused to play along with Trump's bullshit games, and he went for somebody who will play along with his bullshit games, because, as Doc said, he's the kind of person who's just doing whatever he needs to do to advance his own career, and he's hitched his trailer to the Trump train.
Gotta get there. Just gotta get to the big house.
But like I said, I'm loving the fact how much the campaign is having to play defensive, and like all the horrible shit that he said coming back to haunt him.
Well, the campaign playing defense isn't limited to him either. Some of the dumb shit that Trump's been saying recently, for example, what was it? He was saying something to the conservative Christian voters, just like, if just get out and vote this once. You'll never have to vote again. We'll fix it. And his team all
I
today.
listened to that whole thing, and while his choice of words was not the best, it could have been taken multiple ways.
Well,
But
everything can be taken multiple ways.
Yeah, but the way that it was intended, I think in his head,
No.
if I had to guess, and I
Just
don't
no.
want to be in there for that long,
Then why are you?
because I'm a rational human being.
What?
So
Those
am I.
exist?
That's why I use
But see-
demonstrable observations from the past 8 years that suggest to me that Donald Trump does not want to be voted out of office ever again. If he could have stopped the last election, he definitely would have, as exemplified by the January 6th Capitol riot. Insurrection, whatever you want to call it. I take that. I look at the history behind me and all of the actual actions that have taken, the events that took place, not what people said, what people did. And that leads me to believe that if he could do away with elections and stay president for the rest of his life, he definitely would. And there's no reason why he shouldn't try. In his mind, at least. Nope. Dude's a fucking tyrant. Sorry. It's okay if you want to vote for him. I don't give a shit who you vote for. I don't give a shit who anybody votes for. Just don't call it patriotism. Don't say that you love democracy if you're voting for Trump. You want an autocracy? You want a theocracy? You want, religious state run what the fuck with no elections? Okay, whatever. That's your prerogative. That's not patriotism, though. That's not democracy. Oof. So that's why I'm going to vote for Ralph Nader.
Yeah. Yes. I'm
He's
gonna
been-
vote Nixon. Nixon Agnew.
He's been dead for how long?
Right. So I'm going to end this on a positive note. Total medal count for the Olympics. Looks like America is in the lead.
The what?
The Oh my God!
Oh, is that that's the thing?
I'm just gonna go slam my dick in a window.
That's the thing that France is doing this year.
Yes.
Where did they come up with the idea for something this stupid?
Oh, Doc, did you not see the meme the thing I posted in Pornhub where they got Snoop to carry the torch, but the torch absolutely looks like the giantest blunt you've ever did
I know.
see?
Yes, the internet has noticed that. I have been aware.
Oh God!
Also, the other things.
We are leading 20 total medal count 20. The next closest behind us is France at 16, and then China and Japan are tied for third at 12.
Hey, you know who's leading the gold medal game in Olympic archery?
Ooh.
South Korea.
No shit.
Every single fucking year since it was introduced, South Korea. So, if you need professional archers, South Korea seems like a good place to start looking.
I can't wait until August 5th. That's when the Olympics actually start for me.
What happens on August 5th? Oh, wrestling? Wrestling,
yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Greco-Roman men's
full nude.
Wrestling. Not full nude, unfortunately. Wait, hang on.
That's not
I didn't
real
say that
wrestling.
Out loud. But
I'll be right back.
and then the women's freestyle. So
yeah, anyway, I've been hearing a lot of stories about how the Olympics have kind of been a shit show so far. Security's not great. Deciding to have all the events just sort of stretched along the Seine River is maybe not the best idea that they've ever come up with in Europe. But, you know, worth a try.
It was a sign.
Oh! The button's all the way over there.
I saw the sign.
you really ace of base to that shit.
Alright, wait. Which one can I hit? I can hit this one. Wait. 0. Masami is getting pun happy. Suddenly. Pun.
Every time she makes a pun, that needs to be yes. Every time.
Oh,
Oh God, we never hear any other
leave your
noise.
hand on the button.
Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back. There's one spare button here, but yeah, button.
And suddenly, pineapples. Oh.
Oh wait, no, that was the wrong one. Do it again, 0.
And suddenly, pineapples. well, you no longer have brain cancer. You're just dead. Oh God, thank you for that. The ASDF movies are amazing, and Tom Scott put out a 15th edition.
They did. I saw that there was another ASDF movie.
Oh, I love it.
It's good times.
I got Meow Meow, I'm a Cow stuck in my wife's head for about a week. And
You're still alive?
I mean,
yes.
Good. I had I posted the song that was stuck in my head.
Which song was that?
Getting paid to shit, getting paid to wipe the best 45 minutes of my fucking life. Getting paid to shit. Yeah, no, it's a great song.
Oh, I didn't listen to that. Oh, I need to go back.
Best 45 minutes of my fucking life.
Oh.
That's great. I want to do that song as karaoke with Leetness. Okay. Oh, did you guys hear that the one of the football teams got robbed while they were out playing? Somebody at the Olympics. Yeah, somebody came into the locker room and stole all their cell phones, watches, wallets.
Oh, so one of the soccer teams.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I deserve that.
Well played, Omega. Well played.
It's like, oh, Doc will say football, but when it comes to the metric system, he doesn't talk about using elephants as a unit of measurement. Oh, what a fucking hypocrite.
Look, okay, the imperial system, if you don't know the conversion rate, it is war crimes per corporate bailout, okay? That's the conversion.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's a ratio of what do I want to say here, barbecues to tire fires. It's the same
Football
thing.
fields per moon landing.
Yeah, exactly. See, people who know the imperial system understand this, but all you basic bitch metric system users are just like, what? What does that mean? I don't understand how much a football is.
Washing machines per Browning high power.
Oh, I got a new washing machine. I didn't tell you guys
How does
about
it
that.
wash?
It's a fantastic. It's a Maytag, and it's their basic commercial Maytag washer that has basically no electronics in it whatsoever, and that's what I wanted. I want something that does not possess any circuit boards because I'm going to take it apart at some point.
Stand behind it and crank it.
I would. I would. I don't have a problem. I'm not lazy.
Yeah, fucking Doc would actually start showing himself on camera because he'd be fucking yoked.
Oh no, you don't understand. I get all my arm muscle from a different activity. I would just use that arm. And,
like Quagmire, like Quagmire in that one episode of Family Guy.
Thank you.
No, my sister's actually. We got her moved into her new house, and my sister moved out of the condo across the hall from us, and is
Congratulations.
now living in a house. Yeah, she went from 1,000, close to 1,100 square foot condo down to an 800 square foot house. But the house actually feels bigger because it uses the negative space better. These condos are awful. It's an 800 square foot condo, but it because of all the negative space, it feels smaller. But it's hilarious because I walked into her like little laundry room, mudroom area, and I went, how in the hell are you gonna fit a damn washer and dryer in here? He said, don't have to. LG makes a new washer dryer combo that you just, and I was like, oh, that's a bad idea. Because if one of those two breaks, you lose both.
It's actually like both are actually connected to each other. It's not a modular stack.
It is one machine.
That's dumb. Yeah, I agree with you.
There's
nothing wrong having a washer dryer like stack, but it has two individual units. Is the smart way to go.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Also, no LED readouts. If you have like if you're buying a new washer dryer and the new washer dryer have a Wi-Fi function on them, look elsewhere. Just don't. Just fucking don't.
In fact, I'll show you the one that she's talking about getting. It is.
LG is a solid company though.
No, this one's GE. I apologize.
Oh, GE might be okay. That's more of a coin toss.
It is
made in America from components assembled in China.
This one. Oh, nope. Wrong Discord.
Is your life feeling discordant? Zero.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. That one.
I'm still on Punhub for some reason.
Yeah.
Because it's the best channel.
Debatable.
Queen of the puns. Oh, yo, you heard him, Masami. Fight. Okay, ultra-fast combo, electric washer and dryer with ventless heat. Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
but it's all in one technology. All right.
Yep, it is all in one. And I told her, I said, you know how expensive those things are because on sale they're $2,100. I told her, I said, you do realize how much it's going to cost to fix that if it breaks, right?
Yeah.
It will still technically be cheaper than buying a new one at that price, but
Yeah.
you're right. $2,200 is an awful lot for a machine that looks like it's not going to last past 10 years,
Right.
Mhm.
if that long. That's a lot.
Oh, but there's a big
That's a
old
lo-
sticker on the front that says it has a 10-year warranty.
Absolutely fantastic. I always look forward to people asserting their warranty claims for anything, really.
I did once.
Yeah.
I've done a warranty on something once, and I will never do it again. I'll just go and buy the damn thing again. It was not worth the headache.
I have no fear of components anymore or anything. I just fix shit. The only reason I didn't fix the old washer is because it was going on like 40 years old, and nobody made the motor for it anymore. The motor was petering out, and if I took apart the motor, I would still need components inside of it that I don't think I could find. And I was just like, I could spend a week not doing laundry and trying to find all this so that I can fix the motor, or it just, 40 years after the fact, maybe it's time for a new washer.
Mhm.
So that was my
So your
rationale.
choice. Yeah, your choice makes sense then, because without a circuit board, they're much easier to fix yourself and replace parts.
Yeah, and there's less on it to break. So yeah, I'm imagining that's a lot of rainbow colors on that washer dryer Zero.
Got RGB, it goes fast.
God damn.
Paint it red then. If you want it to go fast, just paint it red.
Wog, Mr. Bond. Oh,
Is it high
Christ.
capacity too, or did you get normal capacity?
Says
It's
4.8 cubic feet. That's a lot.
It's pretty decent. The only high capacity I believe in, and never mind, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say that.
Are you going to talk
Nope.
about your musket collection and how the guy
Yep.
breaks into your house and you have to use your swivel cannon to shoot him in the dick? That's my favorite
Own a
story that
musket for
Zero's
hope.
ever told.
Yep, own a musket for home defense because that's what the founding fathers intended. Four
That's-
ruffians break into my house.
Keep going.
I grab
I'm
my
almost there.
I grab my powdered wig, and fire the first shot. Rips a golf ball size hole through the first ruffian. Grab my pistol, shoot it, hits the neighbor's dog because it's smoothbore. I have to resort.
Misses.
I have to resort to the cannon mounted at the top of my stairs, loaded with grape shot. Tally ho, lads! I fire, ripping two of the rapscallions apart and throwing so much shrapnel that it sets off the car alarms in the neighborhood. Fixed bayonet, charge the fourth rapscallion and stab him. Knowing that he won't survive because a triangular bayonet wound won't heal up or cannot be stitched, just as the founding fathers intended. Something like that.
Aren't you supposed to go to
Something like
bed
that.
soon?
Yep, I was.
am
But Doc coaxed that out of me.
wet.
Moist.
So thank you everybody for coming along. Same time, same place next week. Fuck Putin, fuck Winnie the Pooh, fuck Linus Tech Tips, fuck Elon, fuck Nestle, fuck Vince, and now I feel like I got everybody.
Sounds
Penis,
good to
penis.
me.
Penis, penis, until next week. Ta-ta, tra-la, tra-la-la. Toodles.
Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
No.
Ooh, you touch my tra-la-la.
I've
My
heard-
ding ding dong.
I have heard so many Christmas songs this month because it's Christmas in July
What
on the Hallmark Channel.
the fuck
I
is it
swear to
about
God,
where
Tommy,
you live
I will drive.
and the amount of Hallmark shit that you listen to